Matchmaking was today, and we started working on the first Paramount card today.
Okay. I'm not expecting you to say anything, but do you think there's a chance Ilia Topuria could end up on that card? Big star.
It's a possibility.
Not long ago, the president of the UFC himself admitted that the current #1 pound-for-pound fighter could return to action early next year, headlining a massive card backed by a new Paramount partnership deal. And you already know what that means.
He's a midget. So I said to them, I will finish you, little boy. You know what I mean? Because he's like that much shorter than me. I'm so much wider than him.
Yeah.
Like, and that plays a part. That's why people cut weights. That's why you get to a certain weight division. Because, like, I love Kevin Holland and I want him to keep fighting at welterweight. But when he fights at middleweight, he gets ragdolled. You know what I mean? He said it himself after the Kamzat fight. I need to stop fighting at middleweight.
Yeah.
That 10, 15 pounds makes a big difference. And as I said, I'd just kick up Topuria around the cage. I can't wait to shock a lot of people.
I don't think that he's gonna accept it. But if he thinks that he's ready, come on, you blonde. Bring that here. If he wants, bring that here.
Get knocked out.
You get knocked out.
I finish you.
Even before the fight.
I finish you, little
Get
man.
that from here.
I finish
Get
you.
The beef between Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett has been simmering for years. These two genuinely can't stand each other. Their hatred is so intense you can feel the energy through the screen every time their names are mentioned in the same sentence.
Shots from Pimblett. 2 minutes ago, round 3. There it is, the king of the north, Paddy Pimblett. Welcome to the land of the
So today, we've prepared an epic promo in hopes that this long-awaited super fight finally becomes reality in the near future. Smash that like button and let's dive right in. This story began the way many rivalries do, like two guys who met by chance, almost killed each other the first time they crossed paths, and never forgot it. Something similar happened with these two fiery personalities. On March 15th, 2022, during Fight Night 204 Fight Week, tensions were already high. Fighters were cutting weight, media obligations were piling up, and everyone's nerves were on edge. That's when the hungry young lion from Spain, Ilia Topuria, locked eyes with the flashy loudmouth from Liverpool, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, who had just burst into the UFC on a wave of hype and fame. And since Paddy is the kind of guy who just can't keep his mouth shut, it didn't take long before words turned into chaos. Here's how both sides described what almost became a full-on hotel brawl that week.
As soon as he come out of them double doors, lad, he snarled me, you know what I mean? So I looked at him and said, what? And then he walked towards me and I said, what's happening, lad? And then as he got close to me, he like swiped the slap at me, you know what I mean? And obviously, lad, if you raise your hands at me, I'm gonna do something. So I wasn't punching him because I'm not breaking my hand and not being able to fight and earn me money on the weekend. So I stepped back and picked the hand sanitizer up and bounced it off his head. And then he swung a dig, what I moved out of the way of with a bit of ease. He's just got a little bit of small man syndrome, lad, you know what I mean? He's only 5'7", isn't he? So just try to leave the little men to it.
Well, it didn't happen because he told me something yesterday. It comes from a long time ago. He was arguing with one of my closest friends, with Guram, once in Twitter, and he posted like, now I understand why Russia destroyed Georgia because you are dumps. And it makes my blood boil, you know. When I saw, I was like surprised. I didn't believe when I saw that tweet. Because in 2008, I was living in Georgia when that war happened, you know, and it was a very difficult time for me, for my family, for all my friends, for my country, you know. A lot of innocent people, kids, were dying in that war, and see how someone is joking about that, it makes my blood boil. So I texted him. I don't remember what I tweet. And when they gave me the fight in London, he texted me like 3 weeks ago, like, I can't wait to see you in London. We'll see if you have the balls to tell me everything you text me on Twitter. Bullshit. And I come here the first day when I come to the hotel. I come out, I finished my interviews. I was walking into the hotel and I saw him. And he looked at me like a nice guy, and he wanted to shake my hand, you know. He come to me, he didn't come, but he looked at me like, nice, you know. I threw the bottle to his face. He threw it back to me. I don't know what. I slipped and I gave him a proper right hand, and there's where you have to video yourself. Everyone saw the video, you know, what happened.
After the event, things didn't cool down. If anything, Pimblett usually avoided mentioning Topuria unless a journalist brought it up. But Ilia was never shy about expressing what he thought of the Scouser.
England, love you guys. You have a guy here, he's a Paddy Pimblett, win or lose. I want to fight you next and kick like I did the last time. You.
Do you think Paddy will fight you in the future?
Paddy? Never, ever. I don't think so. Maybe if Dana stay with him like with a gun, maybe yes. And they force him to go inside the cage with me, maybe. And otherwise, I don't think so. I don't think he has the balls to fight me.
At that time, Topuria had already been forced to move up to lightweight because in the featherweight division, no one wanted to fight him. That frustration fueled his anger, directed at everyone, but especially at Paddy for his constant jokes online. But as they say, the wolf doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. UFC matchmakers continued to build both men separately, and the next time their paths crossed was in the lead-up to UFC 282. Pimblett was preparing for Jared Gordon in the co-main event, while Topuria was set to face Bryce Mitchell. Here are some of the best moments from their heated back and forth that week.
What did you say, Jared, anyway?
That
little bum's irrelevant.
I don't understand you or anything. Back in the flouty mouty, like what?
Hand sanitizer,
You.
You're a little
Shut up, if not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crush your face right here.
Do it then, you little
You
fart.
have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little pussy. What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta.
Fucking pussy.
Surprisingly, after the event, their rivalry seemed to cool off, at least on the surface. Aside from a few tweets and snarky comments online, the feud went quiet for a while. The only real jab came from Topuria himself, when he publicly called out Paddy's controversial win over Gordon, a fight that was widely criticized and discussed throughout the MMA community. As time passed, both fighters went their separate ways.
They give him a Christmas gift right now because he clearly lost the fight. I don't think anyone disagree with me in this room.
Do you think that they're putting you on the same card as him for a reason? Like, this feels... Now it's been a couple times now. Like, do you think they're doing this on purpose?
I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. But at the same time, I feel like the UFC is protecting him from me, you know? I don't know why. In reality, that's the fight to make right now, because it's one of the biggest fights, I think, in the UFC. You know, we can perfectly sell a pay-per-view. I think so. There is that fight makes more exciting to people than more championship fights.
Since that fiery press conference, years have gone by. During that time, Ilia Topuria stormed through the featherweight division, chasing greatness and trying to mold himself into Conor McGregor 2.0. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett slowly climbed toward the lightweight top 15. To his credit, after recovering from injury, Paddy returned strong and regained some of the respect he'd lost following that controversial win over Gordon. So while Topuria was becoming the featherweight champion, Paddy wasn't sitting still either. After Topuria's first title defense, where he knocked out Max Holloway, Paddy released a reaction video, mocking, emotional, and very Paddy style.
The hand sanitizer boy knocked Holloway out. Didn't see that coming, but give him his due. Good finish. Max was the better boxer, but Ilia's the better swinger, isn't he? And he ended up catching him with them big shots on the button. So congrats, fella. Can't wait for Vol to come back and beat you up. I'm willing to anytime.
Then came the turning point, when news broke that Ilia Topuria had vacated his featherweight belt and officially moved up to lightweight. Talks of a Topuria versus Pimblett fight reignited immediately. The former champion made it clear he hadn't changed his opinion about Paddy one bit. He still didn't like him.
He needs to win.
Who? Chandler?
No. Paddy. He's fighting with a veteran. You know, he needs to win. And hopefully he wins, because who knows, May in the future, we face each other. It could be a great fight.
You and Paddy?
Me and Paddy. Little pimple.
Little pimple?
Yeah, Paddy Pimblett. Yeah. He gets so fat, I don't know, anti-athletic.
Then came another viral moment, this time, surprisingly without any insults or tension. During an event where both were cornering teammates, they met backstage, smiled, bumped fists, and went their separate ways. No drama, no words, just a strange, quiet tension. It was a rare moment of peace between two men who can't coexist in the same room for long.
Quite funny, as Ilia walked across here, he looked at me, I was looking at him and he'd done that. And then obviously on stage, as I walked past him, we both just like laughed and looked at each other. I thought it'd be quite funny to just go, and he went like that on me hand and like high-fived it. We mightn't like each other, but had a little laugh then.
Now, piece by piece, everything seems to be falling into place for a super fight between these two. A grudge match that's been years in the making. The foundation was laid long ago. They genuinely dislike each other, and they both want to beat the absolute hell out of one another. For the fans, this would be one of the most anticipated events in recent memory.
He laughed and he said, what did he say? He called me fat. That's like, lad, you can't make your weight division anymore that you are champion of, and you're trying to call me fat. He's a midget, lad. He's tiny. He's smaller than Michael Chandler. You'll see what I do to Michael Chandler next Saturday night when I dismantle him, and it'll be a very similar game plan to beat Ilia. He's small, he walks forward swinging shots. I'll kick him up and down the octagon, and I'll either knock him out or submit him.
When you start to joke about that kind of things, just make sure that we don't find each other anywhere, because I'm gonna take your head off. You know what I mean? He wants to build his hype laughing on people, and that's not the way I'm looking to build a hype.
Yeah, I'd love to fight the Chorizo lad. Know what I mean? I've been saying it for years. I'd love to fight him, and now that he's moved up to 55, it's a real possibility. It looks like he's just sitting out waiting for Islam, but I personally think I should be the one to welcome him to the lightweight division. It's got a built-in storyline. You wouldn't need.
Good answer, mate.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Good answer, mate.
You wouldn't need a title on that pay-per-view. Me versus him could just headline the pay-per-view. Know what I mean? You wouldn't need any other fight to sell itself.
Recently, Paddy shared his thoughts on Topuria's move to lightweight, and Ilia himself confirmed that the Scouser was one of the main names on his radar after capturing the title.
I don't know who will want to win, lad. I'm a fan of Charles, so I think I want Charles to win, but it's probably better for my career if Ilia wins, because I'll more than likely be his first title defense.
You think Paddy's gonna beat Justin Gage?
Easy.
Wow, really easy?
Yeah, easy.
Really easy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy thing to say, because Justin Gaethje's an animal.
What excites me more is the fight with Paddy.
Really?
Yeah, that fight excites me even more. And if they could put that fight in Spain, in the Bernabeu Stadium.
And after Topuria destroyed Charles Oliveira, things escalated even further. In a shocking post-fight twist, UFC officials brought Pimblett into the octagon to face off with Topuria, a perfect stare down that officially kicked off the build-up for this blockbuster fight. But what made it even juicier were Paddy's comments afterward, full of swagger, confidence, and that trademark Scouse arrogance. Looking at how the division is shaping up right now, everything points to one conclusion. This fight makes perfect sense. Charles Oliveira is lined up to face Max Holloway. Dan Hooker is set to fight Arman Tsarukyan. Benil Dariush and Mateusz Gamrot are lurking in the background, and Rafael Fiziev is still recovering from injury. That leaves only Paddy Pimblett as the clear available challenger for the champion, especially now that Justin Gaethje has issued an ultimatum to the UFC. Either he gets a title shot or he walks away. All signs point to one thing: Topuria versus Pimblett is coming, and it's coming soon.
We've got history, know what I mean? You don't even need to like sell that fight, it sells itself. Like, two people who genuinely dislike each other. You don't really get that. We haven't seen that since like Khabib and McGregor. Right. Two people who actually hate each other, because I hate him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to finish him fast. I'd want to finish him with a minute left in the fight after I've elbowed him 700 times.
So what do you think about this potential clash? Will the Scouser shock the world, or will the Spanish Matador add another name to his growing list of victims? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. And of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. See you soon, fight fans.